welcome back to Thailand. Welcome back to me, Blue Thai here in Thailand. Hope you're doing well. It's 1 Jan here in Thailand, which is Monday in Thai, and yeah, it's around about 12 o'clock midday. Temperatures are going to be about 40 degrees today. It's going to be we're in the high season at the moment, hot season, hot season. So yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a warm one. Kids still off school. I think they're off school for 2 months. You know, people talk about 6 weeks holidays in Thailand. Kids are off school for 2 months. So yeah, imagine that, having kids in the UK. Anyway, so I'm just going to grab a bit of water and then we'll start. So I hope you'd have a nice Easter. If you're celebrating Easter, and I believe it's Monday, so it's probably Easter Monday, which is probably these things shut down. Best thing about Thailand, even though, for instance, it may be Songkran or what's the New Year, the shops are still open and everything's still open. So you might get the odd one, but majority of it just you just go. It's brilliant. You don't have to think about it at all. There's only one. They've only got one crazy law, and they're getting rid of it. It's where you can't buy alcohol between 2 and 5. It was an old law against people drinking during midday or something in offices. So they're trying to get rid of it now. So yeah, you can't buy alcohol between 2 and 5 in major supermarkets, 7-Elevens, 7-Elevens, Big C, that kind of thing, etc. But mostly, yeah, it's a crazy law. Anyway, so let's talk. Right, so for instance, yesterday, brilliant win on Saturday, regardless of, for instance, how we did it. We just did it, and that was the most important thing. We did it, and fantastic Nico O'Reilly, really, really buzzing. Fantastic 2-0 win. I'm very happy, and yeah, so really, really delighted. And it was an important win, and one of these not statement wins, but important win. These wins which can make and break a season, and it's going away to any particular game and winning, but when you're not playing as great a City and against a team, for instance, who's dogged in performance, who likes draws at the moment, who are playing for their survival. Again, if they would have won, they would have guaranteed themselves staying in the Premier League, which I'm sure they will anyway, Everton. But it was one of the most massive statement kind of wins, and what we Man City used to do all the time before, when we're winning our 4 trophies, 4 Premier League trophies in a row. United will never sing that, and yeah, so talk about United. Back down to earth, back down. Honestly, and all the United fans says, "Can we talk about Thursday? Can we talk about Thursday?" Oh, honestly, they get this lucky win, and I'm sorry, you cannot. I don't care. I can debate this with any United fan. It's a lucky win. They got a lucky win. They were 2-0 up on Thursday, went 4-2 down against 10 men, and 4-2 down. And there were about 15 minutes to go. They won it in overtime. What's it called? Slaphead's header. Other than that, for instance, that would have gone to penalties, or they would have lost it. And they declare it is like the biggest win since Bayern Munich. How could they compare it? It's just ridiculous. And they expected that they were going to turn up against Wolves yesterday and win. And I knew they were going to lose. And for instance, I just felt it. I didn't see the first half. I watched the second. Great goal by Wolves. Great free kick. And but United had nothing. They went forward, huffed and puffed, but when it came down to it, they didn't do nothing. So they were total waste of time, for instance, as far as I'm concerned. And so for instance, no surprise they lost. Anyway, so what was the biggest disappointment yesterday was Chelsea winning. I thought Fulham were going to get it over the line, 1-0 up, and I thought and they fucked it up. And basically, Chelsea came back with 2 goals. And basically, the back there was to go with with City. So they're in 5th position with 57 points. Let's do the table. Liverpool 79. Well, they've won it. Arsenal 66. They're obviously we're going to beat bloody Ipswich, even though the media is and Saka and nonsense. But it was always going to beat Ipswich. So, but some people said we're going to finish second. I thought, no, you're going to, it's difficult to beat them, get second. Newcastle after their defeat, 3rd with 59. City with 4 with 58. Chelsea 57, fifth with 57, Forest 57, sixth with 57, Aston Villa 7th with 57, and then forget about Bournemouth. It's close. It's close between 5 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 teams. I still think we're favourites, along with Newcastle. Maybe, outlying Villa. The important game is Tuesday against Villa, and what we're going to do against Villa. So that was a massively important game. Can we get something out of the game? I hope we can. Villa very, very well against, very surprising against how Newcastle caved, but they did concede, Villa. So, but it's going to be difficult, and we've got to be on it. Whether we bring a Kanji back as a right back, are we going to go back? Is he going to get injured again after one game? I don't know. It's good that he came on for a few minutes, but for instance, because we need a proper right back. Nunes has played well, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game against Villa. Season deciding game. With saying that though, I don't. Even if we lose the game, I still think the 4 other games after that we've got winnable. Where Villa have also got games which they could win, but the more tougher games. I think Man City should. If we beat Villa, that's it. We're in the top 4 easy, or top 5. After that, for instance, I think if we don't, it's going to be a struggle to beat Villa. To get top 5, but we can still do it. Right. Okay. So, any news? The most upsetting news was the Kevin De Bruyne chat when he spoke, and he was saying, listening to that was really hurtful. The club, I think, all decided it was a business decision, but we don't know whether did he want more money? Was he happy with less money? We don't really know. We just have to, for instance, was he going to get, because there was reports from, again, the media, one report is saying, for instance, he was offered a 1-year extension on £150,000 a week. The second was he was offered a 1 year's extension on the same amount of money he's getting now. We don't really know. Now, if Man City if he didn't want to accept the 400,000, well, I understand, because he can't play bit part, etc., for instance, and get 400 the same amount of money. If it was the small money, so 150,000 and for 1 year extension, that to me that is a joke for City, and we should have basically, for instance, taken it. I still think because we don't know whether they're going to get Florian Wirtz. The news on Florian Wirtz now, he looks like Alonso now is going to be going to Real Madrid, not Klopp. So Alonso going to Real Madrid. Real Madrid want Wirtz. Alonso would want Wirtz to go to Real Madrid. Wirtz also now come out and said he wants to go to Madrid. He doesn't really know what the hell he wants, or it's just reports. You don't really know who's telling the truth and who's not. Again, this is Bild. Bild last week, for instance, saying he was going to City, then was going to Munich, and I was going to Madrid. So Bild is also the one who actually printed those stupid lies against City for the 115. So I can't trust anything that German rag says. So, but for instance, but it was heartbreaking to listen to Kevin De Bruyne. He clearly wants to stay at City, and I think we should definitely think about keeping him at City. Even just one season. I would hate to see him go to another club and then doing what he's done at City at another club, for instance, especially a Premier League club, and that would be heartbreaking. It really would. Let's go. Yeah. By the way, Man City finished now 12 consecutive seasons above United. Great. United's are 15 defeats now, the worst ever result since 1990. You just love it, don't you? Right. Okay. So, any news? It was just basic. I think a lot of it was Ilkay Gundogan, Nico. Really, he's been crucial for the last few weeks. He's not playing in his natural position, but he's doing amazing. He's strong, wins duels, technical on his height and physical condition, amazing on the ball, has energy to get the right timings. Ilkay Gundogan. I do think this goal we need to keep Ilkay. He's triggered his extra contract, and I think we need to keep him. And also Kovacic as well. when you talk about the price we pay for Kovacic, the price United pay for Nathan Mount, who's been the better player? Kovacic. I think, for instance, Kovacic can play a role for us in the next season as well. So I think we definitely need to keep Kovacic. What's it called? Alongside Rodri, alongside Nico Gonzalez as well. You know, and he's scored more goals this season than he's ever scored in his entire career. So give the guy a break. Yeah, yes. Yeah, it's decision. I was just reading about the decision on Kevin De Bruyne. Look, really heartbreaking. Listen to that. I just don't know. Um, Nico Gonzalez on Kevin De Bruyne. What really struck me about him is how often I see him in the gym. He's there every day, every time before training. And the fact that a top player like him just does the inspiring. Um, you puts you under pressure so often. So again, this is the kind of things these experienced players, the young players, see this and want to be inspired by these older players. They may be old and washed by the young generation, blah blah blah. 30 years old, he's too old, he's too whatever. But the fact is the impact they make in the dressing room, and also what's it called, the father figure result of for the youngster players. I know, for instance, but and you need that balance. But for instance, we still they can the likes of Ilkay Gundogan, Kovacic, De Bruyne can make a difference. Can make a difference. And I'm sorry, Jack Grealish, maybe Carl Walker, etc. Probably at their time, but these senior players, I think we definitely need to think about, what's it all keeping them on. But we'll see. See what happens with the club. Uh, ba, 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 ba. Any news? Any news? Nick O'Reilly, I'm always trying to adapt. I enjoy playing in the position. I just try to help the team as much as I can. So that's what I'm doing, and I feel happy. I'm always confident coming into games. I feel I like being in those positions where I can score. So I'm just glad, and glad where the I was glad glad I was where to finish off. Um, yeah, Pep Guardiola and qualification to the Champions League. Still got to listen to the second part of Pep's Guardiola press conference. Yeah. I think his qualification for the Champions League is not good enough for us. We we would be arrogant, presumptuous. Something we don't have to be. At every season, I thought a season 9 years of row qualification. Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We've been strongly linked with a goalkeeper, Diogo Costa, the Porto goal Costa, is a perfect replacement for Edison. 50 million quid, enough. While incoming director Hugo Viana has a strong relationship with the 25-year-old, and agent is George Mendes, which we've dealt with Mendes before on more than one occasion. So this is a replacement for Diego Costa. After I listened to LB yesterday, he was crying out. He said a lot of people say he's not very good. This Costa guy. Some people. So what's it called? But we've got to trust in Viana. This is one of his replacements. But it looks like Edison is going, even though, for instance, I'm just looking at Football Insider. Stephen Burson's on Football Insider, and just don't understand because of the crap they come out with talking. I've just seen a headline: Edison going to Saudi, right? I went into the article. You've got to read through the damn article, the entire article, and then you get into no offers being offered yet. It's just crap. These guys just get paid for writing crap. There's a likelihood he'll go to what's it called, Saudi. No, there's nothing come in for him yet. Just like Pep Guardiola saying last season, nothing came in for him. So just but he looks like the cards saying Stacks is saying he could look like he's out the door. So, but you never know. Again, this is football. We really don't know until this happens. So Diego Costa. I don't know him either very much, but we'll see. Matheus Nunes against only came 12 minutes, one assist, 86. Sorry, no, not Matheus Nunes. I was thinking about Kovacic. Matheus Nunes, one assist, 84 touches, 68 accurate passes, 93 passing accuracy. 93% passing accuracy, 8 passes into the final third, 6 recoveries, 4 clearances, 2 duels won, 2 accurate long balls, 2 touches in the opposition box, 1 shot on target, 1 big chance created. So, had a really good game. Nicholas Riley. It's crazy I feel like I'm dreaming, and my dreams are coming true. But it's the only start, and we need to keep going. Yeah. Ilkay Gundogan on Jeremy Doku. It's crucial, it's crucial, especially in high competitive leagues like Premier League, having players coming from the bench that can leave an impact. Savina have done really well in the second half as well, and having replacements like Jeremy. Um, like Jeremy. Ba, 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 uh, like Jeremy, I don't think it has really strong. He keeps the ball in a one-to-one offensively. He gives us a breather. He can go in the box, attract 2 to 3 opponents, makes more spaces and other for other players, like he did for the second goal. He gave me the ball. I was able to set up Matteo this for the quality we needed. Yes, there you go, lovely. So again, nice to see a community once ago when you talk about Man City. Anyway, so let's see what happens today. I'm sure Pep's going to talk about have the press conference. So we're going to have the release of the second part of the press conference for Monday. Then we're going to have this another stupid bit, what's it called, where, well, hopefully we'll listen to Pep, who's going to talk about tomorrow's game, Tuesday's game. So when we're going to get the second part of the press conference, we don't know, but hopefully we'll see what the players. I saw a few players in the training. So again, it's only a short time for the players before we play against Villa. Hope it should have been a Wednesday game rather than Tuesday. Ooh, come on, Tuesday. Anyway, so we'll see, and big game Tuesday. So I'll speak to you after the press conference and see what we can see what Pep's got to say, and see any news of transfers, and just hope Man City change our mind against Kevin De Bruyne and sign him up. Sign him up. KKKK. Kevin, keep King Kevin. Sorry, Cat from Thailand. Have a good day. Have a good Easter, and I'll speak to you soon.